"Who's there?" "Your grandchild, Little Red Riding Hood," replied the wolf, changing his voice. "I have brought you a cake and a pot of butter from mother." The good grandmother, who was ill in bed, called out, "Pull the string and the latch will go up." The wolf pulled the string and the latch went up, the door opened, and he jumped in and fell upon the old woman and ate her up in less than no time, for he had not tasted food for 3 days. He then shut the door and got into the grandmother's bed. By and by Little Red Riding Hood came and knocked at the door. Tap, tap. "Who is there?" Little Red Riding Hood heard the big voice of the wolf, and at first she was afraid. Then she thought her grandmother must have a bad cold. So she answered, "Little Red Riding Hood, I have brought you a cake and a pot of butter from mother." The wolf softened his voice as much as he could, and called out, "Pull the string, and the latch will go up." Little Red Riding Hood pulled the string, and the latch went up, and the door opened. The wolf was hiding under the bedclothes, and called out in a muffled voice, "Put the cake and the pot of butter on the shelf, and come to bed." Little Red Riding Hood made ready for bed. Then she looked with wonder at her grandmother, who had changed so much, and she said, "Grandmother, what great arms you have!" "The better to hug you, my dear." "Grandmother, what great ears you have!" "The better to hear you, my dear." "Grandmother, what great eyes you have!" "The better to see you, my dear." "Grandmother, what great teeth you have!" "The better to eat you." And at this the wicked wolf sprang up and fell upon poor Little Red Riding Hood, and ate her all up.